Kia ora and welcome back. My name's Zoe Stebe, your vocal coach for today. And in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at Morissette singing She Used to Be Mine from the musical Waitress. This has come highly recommended, so thank you so much for bringing my attention to this performance that she did a couple of months ago for the live stage sessions. Now, I really recommend that you go and check out the original video. I'll put a link in the description below to have a listen to her speaking about her experiences. And you just want to go and give her a big hug. She seems so nice. Morissette is obviously a pop singer, so I'm really interested to hear her interpretation of She Used to Be Mine. Just to give you a little bit of context of this song, the main character is talking about her past. This is her internal struggle as she's trying to figure out what she should do. Before I start the video, I just want to say that this is by no means a criticism of Morissette. I think she is a fantastic performer and she is a wonderful vocalist. And obviously, how do we learn as humans? We learn by mimicking, and we learn by watching and seeing what the best do. So what I'm going to try and do is help you understand what is going on with the physiology of her voice. This has nothing to do with my subjective opinion of Morissette and her vocals, but what is she doing inside her larynx and with her body in order to create the sounds that she's creating. I want you to be able to create the same sort of sounds in the comfort of your own home. So let's get straight to the video.
It's not simple to say that most days I don't recognize me. That these shoes and this apron, that place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything that I used to be, although it's true I was never attention sweet center. I still remember that girl.
Wow, you could not get more no frills than this song is right here. She is standing in front of her wall, singing to the camera. This could not get more bare than this. So it's only a testament to her that this just sounds phenomenal. You can hear, though, just a little bit that there's a bit of reverb on the sound. And obviously, for the sake of the performance and YouTube, what you do when you're in the post-production is you just add a little bit of compression in order to stop those really, really high notes sounding so loud and the really, really low notes from kind of being lost a little bit. That mastery, though, that she is showing at the beginning of this, can you hear how she's going from those low notes up to the high notes using beautiful thin fold? It's absolutely stunning. But what you'll notice there is when she's speaking and then going into the singing, there's a little bit of a slight difference. Now, what she's doing there is she's just lowering her larynx ever so slightly in order to warm up the timbre as she begins singing. So when we're speaking, we want to try and speak with a mid-position larynx. And that means that the muscles basically above the larynx and below the larynx don't have to work hard in order to keep our spoken voice in place. But what she's done there is when she's moved into the singing, as I said, she's just slightly dropped that larynx a little bit to give us that warmth in the sound. And that is one of the techniques that you can use as an extension of the speaking on pitch. You can do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you just drop the larynx a little bit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It makes it sound more sung rather than spoken. So that's sort of the next level that we would move on to then. I can't wait to watch more of this song. It's beautiful.
She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine.
Whoa. And yes, I did know that Phantom of the Opera was the longest running show on Broadway. So she's obviously moving into more of a mixed voice there. That's the first time that we hear the mention of the name of the song. So you can hear that it's going to ramp up a little bit from here. Did you notice that she lifted her head ever so slightly there? Now, that is a technique that we can use in order to create a little bit more space here at the back of the neck, in order to give those thick vocal folds more space in order to sing. This is not something that happens in opera, though, so if you were to create that opera sound, you end up sounding like a strangled cat. But when you're in something like mixed voice, it ends up helping you onto the note, mine. And just with that slight head lift, it can help us with the larynx position in this song.
It's not what I ask for. Sometimes life just slips in through a back door, carves out a person and makes you believe it's all true. And now I got you, and you're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two. For the girl that I know who'll be reckless just enough.
That is just vocal technique porn there, I tell ya. That is just absolutely stunning. And what I love about her is she seems so invested in that moment. And you can really hear, even if you've never seen the show before, she is totally painting a picture about where the character is going to be. You can just see her on stage in her apron and her waitress uniform. Beautiful.
To start over and rewrite an ending or two. For the girl that I know who'll be reckless just enough, who gets hurt but who learns how to toughen up when she's bruised and gets used by a man who can't love, and then she'll get stuck.
The one thing that I'm hearing, though, which she's doing a lot of, and that's fantastic for pop music, is she's doing a lot of those little growls before she's going back up. The song is taken out of context and she is a pop singer, so of course she can do what she likes with the song. But just for those of you out there who are wanting to sing this in a musical theater, or I need to really say in a contemporary musical theater sense, we don't use the growl as much as in pop music. And to be honest, I don't know if I would really use the growl as much as she's using in this portion of the song. I would probably put it in once or twice at the sort of quite emotional part that's coming up. But in general, in musical theater, we don't tend to use that growl as much as it would be employed in pop music. So those little growls, I would expect to see more in something like Six the Musical, American Idiot, We Will Rock You, or Rent the Musical, something a little bit more rockier than Waitress. But as I say, that is just purely from my experience with working with singers on the West End and here in professional theatre in Germany. It really depends on what the show is asking for and how poppy they want the sound to be. And that's often not something that the singer decides. That's something that the creative team would hand down to you. This is a stunning performance, though, and don't forget, I did say that this is a standalone performance. So obviously in that case, and in any type of concert setting, you would be able to do whatever you want.
And be scared of the life that's inside her, getting strong.
was the most emotional part of the song that I was meaning that we were going to get to. And what a fabulous performance that she's just done of that. Just please take note that just like with everything, there are different types of voices. So there are voices like Morissette's that can go from low to high and sing particularly loud and sing for a really, really long time. And they don't get tired, they don't scratch, they don't catch. And they're just fantastic, really great, robust voices. It sounds like she's also got great symmetry in her voice. So that means the symmetry of the actual larynx and the muscles surrounding the larynx, which makes it a lot easier for her to go from A to Z without straining. But that doesn't mean that everyone has a larynx like that. So some singers may not be able to sing quite so loud, but that doesn't mean that they can't sing the same sort of songs. It just means we have to adjust the volume. So I don't want someone to go away and sing this song and then just belt that entire middle section like she's done, because maybe that doesn't suit your voice. So I want you to be really listening to your instrument, listening. What are the muscles telling you? So if you begin to scratch, to cough, if you feel like it's really straining, then I want you to just be careful of what you're doing. Stop, take note of it, and start again. Because in songs like this, we can just build tension, build tension, build tension, and then we need to get rid of that tension. Otherwise, everything can become a little bit fixed, and it ends up being that we sound quite strained rather than sounding lovely and free.
She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She's all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine.
How cool was that performance? And you just hear at the end, she uses that wonderful falsetto in order to end the... How beautiful was that performance? And you hear at the end there, she just brings us right in with that use of her falsetto. What a fantastic sound. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button, because I bring out reaction and analyses just like this one every single week. I want to know though, what would you like me to have a look at? Have you got any of your favorite artists that you would like to know? What are they doing in that song? And I might ask Zoe. So pop it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, I wish you a really lovely rest of your day. Ka kite anō.